I didn't believe in aliens until I found this evidence online. Real written evidence of ancient people in which they describe the arrival of alien creatures on our planet. Gigantic ancient buildings that defy logic, mysterious texts, and sculptures depicting unknown creatures. Hi friend, you are on the KirTop channel. Papyrus Tuli. This is an ancient Egyptian document that, according to some sources, describes sightings of unusual celestial phenomena that are reminiscent of modern ideas about UFOs. The papyrus was discovered in the first half of the 20th century and allegedly belonged to the former director of the Egyptian Museum in the Vatican, Alberto Tuli. The papyrus text tells that during the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose III, around 1480 BC, strange luminous objects appeared in the sky. They are described as disks of fire that moved across the sky, emitting light and noise. These objects caused panic among the inhabitants and priests, and their appearance was recorded as an unusual event. Although the authenticity of the Tuli papyrus is disputed and has generated much controversy among scholars, its contents continue to attract the attention of researchers and UFO enthusiasts. Some believe the document may be ancient evidence of alien sightings. Secrets of the Codex Gigas. The Codex Gigas, also known as the Devil's Bible, is an ancient manuscript that holds many mysteries. Created in the 13th century, it amazes with its size and content. Inside the book, you can find not only the texts of the Old and New Testaments, but also an image of the devil himself, which takes up an entire page. Most intriguing, however, are the astronomical maps, which appear unusually detailed for their time. This has given rise to many theories about the possible extraterrestrial origin of the knowledge used to create the codex. Some researchers believe that the manuscript may contain encrypted messages or knowledge transmitted by alien civilizations. Legend has it that the Codex Gigas was written by a monk in one night with the help of the devil. What does this mysterious manuscript hide? And is it possible that its pages contain encrypted keys to ancient knowledge that came from outer space? The Codex Gigas remains one of the most mysterious artifacts of antiquity, which we will definitely study someday. Monolith on Phobos. Phobos, one of the two moons of Mars, hides an amazing secret, a giant monolith. This monolith, about 85 meters high, was first discovered in images taken by spacecraft. Its size and correct shape raise many questions among scientists. Some researchers suggest that the monolith may be an artificial structure left behind by an ancient alien civilization. This hypothesis is based on its unusual geometry and isolation from other geological forms on the surface of Phobos. The monolith looks like it was deliberately placed in this location. This discovery caused heated discussions in the scientific community and gave rise to many theories. Some believe the monolith may be an ancient beacon or marker left behind for future space explorers. Others see it as possible evidence of alien activity in our solar system. The mystery of the Ellora Caves. In India, in the state of Maharashtra, there is an amazing complex of caves, the Ellora Caves. This architectural masterpiece, comprising 34 caves, is carved directly into the rock and is a unique combination of Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain temples. The age of the structures dates back to the period between the 6th and 10th centuries AD. The Ellora Caves are amazing in their precision and complexity. Some of them are enormous in size and have exquisite details, carved with amazing precision. Particularly impressive is the Kailasa Temple, carved from a single mass of stone, which is considered the largest monolithic structure in the world. The technology and methods used to create such complex and precise structures still remain a mystery. This gave rise to many theories, including speculation about extraterrestrial intervention. Some researchers believe that the ancient builders may have had knowledge and technology passed on by alien civilizations. This unique complex remains one of the most intriguing archaeological finds, offering more questions than answers. Baigu Stone Pipes. In a remote area of China at the foot of Mount Baigu, amazing underground pipes made of stone have been discovered. These ancient structures, over 5,000 years old, are amazing in their complexity and precision. Excavations have shown that the pipes go deep underground and have a variety of sizes, from small with a diameter of several centimeters to huge, more than a meter in diameter. The technology used to create these pipes remains a mystery to modern scientists. How were ancient civilizations able to carve and install such complex structures? Their origin and purpose remain unknown. giving rise to many hypotheses and speculations. Researchers speculate that these pipes could be part of an ancient water supply or ventilation system. However, there is a more intriguing theory. Perhaps the Baigu stone chimneys are evidence of extraterrestrial involvement. The precision and scale of construction raises the possibility of ancient technology that we do not yet understand. It is interesting that similar artifacts are known from other places around the world. For example, on the Colorado Plateau, the pipes here also have a diameter from 50 centimeters to 1 centimeter. Archaeologists discovered that the inside of these pipes was covered with an iron-containing crust. Something similar was discovered in Louisiana, USA. In this case, the diameters reach 70 centimeters. New species of dinosaurs in Siberia. In the Kemerovo region, Russian scientists discovered the skeleton of a dinosaur which turned out to be a previously unknown species. It was named Kia cursor longipes, which means long-toothed runner from the Kia River. The fossils were found after a huge rock fell from a rocky cliff with petrified bones sticking out of the rock. The skeleton was found on the territory of the Great Siberian Refugium, where relics of the Jurassic period were preserved: stem salamanders, primary crocodiles, and docodonts. Primitive mammals. The fossils were studied using X-rays, Connecticut scans, and microscopes. It turned out that the dinosaur lived in Siberia from 113 to 121 million years ago. The skeleton was partially preserved. Ribs, vertebrae, a humerus, both feet and legs, were identified. The specimen was classified as a ceratosaur, a group of running dinosaurs with 2 small legs. This is the first such discovery from the Cretaceous period in Asia. Until now, it was believed that ceratosaurs became extinct in this part of the world 40 million years earlier. The unique proportions of the hind limbs with an elongated third digit allowed it to run better. Zoologists determined that the dinosaur grew to 2.5 m in length and was an adult animal, but no older than 3 years. Sunken ship with lead ingots. About 2,000 years ago, a Roman ship sank in the Mediterranean Sea with valuable cargo, including massive lead ingots. The heaviest of them weighs 68 kilograms, which is about 205 Roman pounds, according to the University of Alicante. Markings on the ingot indicate that it belonged to a Roman emperor, possibly Nero. In addition, there were about 3,000 cans of fish sauce on board the ship. This sauce, known as garum, was popular in Roman cuisine and was widely used as a seasoning. The ship was about 32 meters long and was probably en route from Cadiz to Rome when it sank. The ship not only carried valuable metals but also foodstuffs important to the Roman diet. Exploring the shipwreck provides a unique opportunity to study the shipbuilding technologies and trading methods of the ancient Romans. God statue in the sewer. During excavations on the southeastern border of Bulgaria with Greece, scientists discovered a 2-meter sculpture of Hermes. The marble statue was hidden underground about 2,000 years ago. The work of art was located in an ancient Roman sewer in the abandoned city of Heraclea Sintica, founded by King Philip II of Macedon between 356 and 339 BC. In 388 AD, the city was destroyed by an earthquake. The head of the statue has been preserved and is in very good condition. The statue was probably hidden after the adoption of Christianity as the official religion of the Roman Empire and the banning of pagan symbols. The find is a Roman copy of an ancient Greek original. At that time, everything pagan was prohibited, but people still cared about their former deities. The mystery of the unearthed civilization. In Iran, in the ancient city of Unearthed, archaeologists discovered unique artifacts. These finds, over 5,000 years old, feature pottery and stone artifacts depicting unusual creatures and symbols. Particular attention is drawn to figures with elongated heads and large eyes which resemble descriptions of alien creatures. The images on the artifacts of the unearthed civilization are so unique and different from other known ancient cultures that some researchers have hypothesized about possible contacts with extraterrestrial civilizations. These hypotheses are based on the fact that ancient artists could depict what they saw or heard about. The finds also include complex geometric patterns and symbols that have not yet been deciphered. This only adds to the mystery of this ancient culture. The unearthed civilization, thanks to its mysterious artifacts, attracts the attention of not only archaeologists, but also lovers of mysticism and the inexplicable. Venus of Willendorf. In 1908, in Austria, archaeologists made a unique discovery. They discovered the Venus of Willendorf. This tiny figurine, just 11 centimeters high, depicts a curvaceous woman and is approximately 28,000 years old. It was found in the village of Willendorf and quickly became one of the most famous symbols of Paleolithic art. The Venus of Willendorf is carved from limestone and painted with red ochre. Her curvaceous figure, emphasizing her breasts, belly, and hips, symbolizes fertility and feminine beauty. The figurine's face is missing, perhaps indicating that its creators wanted to focus more on the body and its symbolic meaning. This figurine remains the subject of much research and controversy. Some scientists believe that the Venus of Willendorf could be used in rituals related to fertility. Others believe that it could be a talisman or amulet. Of course, it was not possible to associate this figure with an alien origin. Some researchers associate its unusual shape and good detail for that time with a possible similarity with the guests of their distant space. But why only one similar figurine was found is still unclear to archaeologists. Mound with the image of an alligator. In Ohio, USA, there is an amazing archaeological site, Alligator Mound. This mound, made of earth and stones, depicts a gigantic creature resembling an alligator or salamander, approximately 76 meters long. Despite its name, the true purpose and symbolism of this mound remains a mystery. Researchers suggest that the mound could symbolize a mythical creature associated with the spiritual or religious beliefs of ancient cultures. However, the unusual shape and huge size of the mound also aroused the interest of supporters of theories about possible contacts with extraterrestrial civilizations. They claim that such images could be the result of sightings of alien beings or symbols. Alligator Mound was built about 1,000 years ago by a culture known as the Hopewell. Some scientists believe that it was a ritual or astronomical site. Others see it as a possible place of worship of ancient gods or spirits. Alligator Mound is one of many examples of how ancient cultures created incredible monuments that continue to puzzle and inspire modern society. Yonaguni Monument. Off the coast of Japan, near the island of Yonaguni, there is one of the most mysterious underwater objects, the Yonaguni Monument. This massive rock complex was discovered in 1986 by Japanese diver Kihachiro Aratatake. The structure, lying at a depth of about 25 meters, resembles giant terraces and platforms, giving the impression of an ancient megalithic complex. The origin of the Yonaguni Monument is still a matter of debate. Some scientists believe the structure is a natural geological formation that has been eroded. However, the symmetry and clear lines, reminiscent of steps and walls, lead many researchers to assume that this is a man-made structure. Proponents of the theory of an ancient civilization point to possible similarities with other megalithic structures, such as the pyramids of Egypt or structures in Malta. These hypotheses raise questions about what technologies might have been used to create such structures thousands of years ago. The most intriguing is the hypothesis of extraterrestrial intervention. Some researchers believe that such complex and massive structures could only be created with the help of knowledge and technology transmitted by alien guests. The Yonaguni Monument continues to attract the attention of scientists and mystery lovers from all over the world. Spaceship in Turkey. In Turkey, near the city of Sanliurfa, there is one of the most mysterious archaeological sites in the world, Göbekli Tepe. This complex, which is more than 12,000 years old, consists of massive stone structures laid out in circles. Göbekli Tepe is considered the oldest known temple complex on Earth. Megaliths up to 6 meters high and weighing several tons amaze with their precision and craftsmanship. The stone slabs are decorated with carvings depicting animals and abstract symbols. This level of art and engineering raises many questions about how ancient people were able to create such complex structures without modern technology. Researchers suggest that the construction of Göbekli Tepe could be associated with extraterrestrial technology. These hypotheses are based on the complex's extraordinary precision and scale, which some believe could only have been achieved through advanced technology, possibly passed down by alien civilizations. Göbekli Tepe continues to attract the attention of scientists and enthusiasts from around the world, fueling interest in ancient mysteries and possible contacts with extraterrestrial beings. The most dangerous manuscript in the world. Marie Curie is a famous experimental scientist, an outstanding chemist, and a radioactivity researcher who received 2 Nobel Prizes, one in 1903 in physics, the second in 1911 in chemistry. But why are her notebooks considered dangerous? The answer does not lie in the knowledge they contain. Marie Curie, together with her husband Pierre Curie, discovered the radioactive elements polonium and radium and developed methods for isolating radioactive isotopes. When scientists discovered radium, they had no idea about its harm to the body. Therefore, no protective measures were taken. Samples of the substance were carried in pockets and stored without precautions. Marie Curie died in 1934 from aplastic anemia, a blood disease caused by radiation. Many of the scientists who worked with her also died of leukemia and other radiation-related diseases. While working in the laboratory, Curie received a huge dose of radiation and became radioactive herself. After her death, she was buried in a lead coffin that blocks radiation. Personal belongings, including notebooks, were transferred to the National Library of France, where they are stored in lead boxes, as they remain radioactive. Today, access to Marie Curie's notebooks is difficult. To view her manuscripts, you must sign a disclaimer form at the Bibliothèque Nationale de France and obtain permission. Viewing of records takes place in a special room away from other reading rooms of the library. The visitor must wear a protective suit and use a dosimeter. Experts have found that the radiation dose for a person in a protective suit working with Curie notebooks is insignificant. Even with regular contact throughout the year, the maximum radiation dose will be about 10 USV microsievert per hour. For comparison, during a flight at an altitude of 10 kilometers, a person receives 5 MSVH. Thus, a 2-hour flight from Berlin to Barcelona will give the same radiation dose as a year of working with Curie notebooks. The Curie notebooks remain the most dangerous known manuscripts due to radioactivity. Reading them without a protective suit is extremely dangerous. Marie Curie's personal belongings will not be touched without protection for about 1,500 years, since the half-life of radium-226 is 1,600 years. The mystery of drops discs. In 1938, in a remote area of China in the Bayan Karaula Mountains, archaeologists discovered amazing artifacts, drop discs. These discs, made of granite, have a diameter of about 30 centimeters and a thickness of approximately 1 centimeter. They attracted the attention of scientists with their unusual appearance. Each disc contains a central hole and cut spiral grooves reminiscent of tracks for playing sound. That is, they look like vinyl records and perhaps contain the sounds of ancient people, nature, or even something alien. Most intriguingly, the grooves on the discs contain microscopic characters that resemble hieroglyphs. Researchers say these symbols may be a form of ancient writing encoded in spiral patterns. Translations by some scholars suggest that the discs may tell of an ancient civilization known as the Drapa, which may have had contact with extraterrestrial beings. According to legend, the Dropa tribe arrived on Earth about 12,000 years ago from a distant star. But unfortunately, there are practically no artifacts left from them except these records. The Dropa discs remain one of the most mysterious archaeological finds, raising many questions about possible contacts between ancient people and aliens. Last meal. Researchers from the UK have studied the mummy of a crocodile caught in ancient Egypt. A fish with a hook was found in the stomach of a 2-meter predator, which caused the death of the reptile. The mummy, 3,000 years old, is housed in the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery. During the time of the pharaohs, animals were often mummified, especially crocodiles, which were considered sacred. Using X-ray and computer scans, scientists virtually removed the hook and recreated a replica of it in bronze. Scans showed that during its lifetime, the crocodile had swallowed many small stones called gastroliths, which help break down meat and regulate buoyancy. The last prey died before reaching the stomach and was not affected by digestive enzymes or gastroliths. Scientists believe that the crocodile was specially caught using live bait, after which it was mummified as an offering to the god Sebek. Twice the weight of a whale. The prehistoric cow lived approximately 40 million years ago in water. German paleontologists from the State Museum of Natural History in Stuttgart discovered its remains in the south of Peru, where there was an ocean in prehistoric times. 13 vertebrae were found, each weighing 100-weight, 4 1.5-meter ribs and a giant femur. The excavation site was a shallow bay that divided the equatorial part of the continent in half. Scientists have determined that the remains belong to a creature that lived about 40 million years ago. The creature weighed approximately 340 tons. This makes it the heaviest animal to ever exist on Earth. Even the giant brontosaurs were lighter. After studying the find, scientists came to the conclusion that these huge creatures swam slowly, dived shallowly, and fed on what they found at the bottom: algae, mollusks, and small fish. In their lifestyle, they resembled sea cows, which people exterminated in the 18th century. Outwardly, they most likely also looked like sea cows, although in fact they were ancient whales of the genus Basilosaurus. Ancient inscriptions of the pharaohs in the Nile. Archaeological divers at the bottom of the murky waters of the Nile in Egypt examined algae-covered rock formations. At first glance, the stones seemed unremarkable. However, upon closer examination, scientists discovered several inscriptions associated with the ancient pharaohs. A joint team of Egyptian and French archaeologists decided to explore the ruins in the reservoir in Aswan. Under a layer of algae, they found several carvings that were at least 2,300 years old. The images ranged from drawings of ancient Egyptian pharaohs to hieroglyphs. The photo shows several well-preserved carved figures. The shapes are blurred by water and quite difficult to distinguish. One set of lettering appears to be a row of mannequin heads above two objects that resemble tombstones. These ancient inscriptions are still being studied. Archaeologists believe that these finds will help to better understand how the ancient kings ruled in those distant times. Ritual table in Tava Tepe. In Azerbaijan, a team of Italian and Azerbaijani archaeologists discovered a 3,500-year-old ritual table in the ancient settlement of Tava Tepe. This place is located near the borders of Armenia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. During the excavations, a round-shaped adobe building was found. The structure includes a kitchen area and a ritual table. Between 1500 and 750 BC, late Bronze Age and early Iron Age, nomadic peoples probably used Tawa Tepe as a resting place before traveling through the mountains. Archaeologists found a ritual table with 8 recesses and many ceramic containers, bowls, vessels made of black-fired ceramics, and long flat stones for mixing food. In the corner of the kitchen there is a thick layer of ash and clay tokens with fingerprints which could serve as food coupons. The entrance originally had wooden columns and a thatched roof covered the entire complex, which was about 15 meters in diameter. Animal bones and discarded pottery were found outside. The human figurines placed in the sacrificial pits and the fact that the structure was sealed along with all the utensils indicate its ceremonial nature. Hjort Spring Rook. The boat was found in the Hjort Spring Bog in Denmark and is the oldest planked ship in Northern Europe, dating back approximately 2,300 years. The boat is almost 20 meters long, weighs 530 kilograms, and could carry 24 people with weapons and equipment. The boat's planks were made of basswood, the oars were made of maple, and there were curved extensions at each end. This boat is an outstanding example of ancient shipbuilding, showing the high level of craftsmanship and engineering knowledge of the time. Linden was chosen for its lightness and strength, which made the boat fast and maneuverable, and maple for the oars, for its hardness and stability. Ancient stone circles in Saudi Arabia. Archaeologists in Saudi Arabia have unearthed 8 ancient stone circles that served as habitations for people more than 7,000 years ago. Some 345 such structures have been identified through aerial photography in the Karat Uwairid lava field near the city of Alula in northwestern Saudi Arabia. The stone circles range from 4 to 8 meters in diameter and include at least one standing stone in the center. During excavations, archaeologists discovered many stone tools made of basalt. Almost 225 kilograms of stone tools or their fragments were recovered from only 5 circles. Bones of sheep, goats, and cows were also found. The finds included a variety of seashells from the Red Sea, located about 120 kilometers to the west. The round shape of houses was a global phenomenon in early architecture, and rectangular houses appeared later in the Neolithic period. The architecture of standing stone circles in Saudi Arabia is similar to structures found in Jordan, dating back approximately 500 years. The people who built these structures also raised sheep, goats, and cattle. One of the most mysterious peoples of Europe. This altar is one of 4 known Larage altars, but the only one found during excavations. The artifact was discovered at the bottom of a well in the Donis Tebe monastery. On the altar there is an inscription, Valeria Vitella fulfills her vow to Lare freely and deservedly. Mount Ariaundi, inhabited since Roman times, is located in the valley of the Gulina River near Pamplona. Its strategic position has made the site important throughout history, as evidenced by the remains of Roman infrastructure and the later monastery dedicated to Saint Stephen. Little is known about Laroque. Only 3 other altars testify to the worship of this deity. The new find expands the known geographical distribution of the Laroque cult. Treasure from the seabed. Archaeologists have discovered 2 sunken ships from the Ming Dynasty in the South China Sea that have lain on the bottom for almost 500 years. More than 900 unique artifacts were found on these ships, from copper coins to fine porcelain. The Ming Dynasty is known for its artistic achievements and vigorous trade. Chinese ships sailed to India and Europe, where blue and white porcelain was extremely popular. Some ships ended their journey at the bottom of the sea, leaving behind time capsules. In 2022, 2 merchant ships were found at a depth of almost 1,500 meters and at a distance of about 22 kilometers from each other. In 2023, researchers began studying and collecting artifacts. Submersibles were used to retrieve objects, and cameras and lasers were used to create 3D maps. 890 objects were recovered from the first ship, including copper coins and porcelain. From the second, 38 artifacts such as deer antlers and ceramics. The ships may have sailed from Jingdezhen, a porcelain export center. The discovered items are striking examples of Ming-era art. The ships became important witnesses to trade and cultural exchanges along the maritime Silk Road. The longest mound in Europe. Archaeologists in eastern Bohemia have found the longest Neolithic mound in Europe, about 5,300 years old. The discovery was made in June during roadwork in the Hradec Kralove area. The mound near the village of Dogalice, about 190 meters long and up to 15 meters wide, belongs to the funnel beaker culture. Although the above-ground structure has been lost due to agricultural activity, archaeologists have excavated its entrance, identified by a preserved pit and ditch. Inside the mound, 2 central burials were found, probably belonging to important persons, and 28 additional graves. These burials will undergo further laboratory analysis for accurate dating. The first central burial included a pit with drains and post holes, as well as a ceramic offering vessel. The second burial had no internal structure, but the body was laid on its left side. Archaeologists also found funerary objects such as pottery fragments, flint arrowheads, and a blade. These finds provide valuable information about the burial practices and cultural traditions of the time. Sculptures of San Agustin. In the depths of the tropical forests of Colombia, in the archaeological park of San Agustin, amazing figures of an ancient culture were discovered. These sculptures, created more than 1,000 years ago, amaze with their mysterious shapes and unusual features. Local archaeologists and researchers believe they may represent mythical creatures or even aliens. San Agustin's sculptures depict anthropomorphic and zoomorphic creatures with disproportionately large heads, large eyes, and strange accessories. Some figures have wings, others have anthropomorphic bodies with animal features. These features raise many questions about the beliefs and symbolism of the ancient culture. One of the most intriguing figures is the so-called flying man, which resembles a modern image of an alien with wings. Some researchers suggest that these sculptures could be associated with astronomical observations or rituals aimed at communicating with celestial beings. The archaeological park of San Agustin is the largest collection of prehistoric monumental sculptures in South America, with more than 500 statues. These artifacts provide a unique insight into a culture that left behind few written records but enriched the world with its mysterious art. The mystery of the ruins of Nan Madol. Nan Madol Ruins is a unique ancient city in Micronesia, located on artificial islands in a lagoon off the coast of Pohnpei. This mysterious complex, built from giant basalt blocks, is a complex system of canals and structures built on more than 90 artificial islands. The age of the structures is estimated at more than 1,000 years, and their purpose still remains unclear. The structure and construction technology of Nan Madol are striking in their scale and complexity. Some blocks weigh up to 50 tons, and it is still unknown how the ancient builders moved and laid them with such precision. This mystery has given rise to many hypotheses, including speculation about possible extraterrestrial knowledge or technology used in construction. Legends of local residents speak of magic and supernatural forces used in the construction of the city. The ruins of Nan Madol continue to be one of the most mysterious archaeological finds in the world, attracting the attention of both scientists and mystery lovers. Surrounded by water and myth, this ancient city offers a unique window into the past and raises questions about possible contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. As you can see, in our history there are many secrets and unexplained phenomena that lead us to believe in the existence of alien life in the past and the contact of our ancestors with extraterrestrial civilization. Do you believe in the existence of something like this? Write your opinion in the comments under the video. Thanks for your views. Bye everyone.